is that when homeowners give you objections, think over, and you rush to solve that problem, we hope it falls in our lap. Well, why don't we just do this? Well, no, because we have to, well, that's all right, then we'll do this. Homeowners, well, no, because we're expecting it to happen. It's not going to happen. When you rush to solve the problem without a commitment, the prospect's going to come up with another objection to think over, leads to another no sale, and the more you try to solve their problem without patiently getting a commitment, the more you're going to leave a house frustrated and confused. But why are prospects so stubborn, a lot of people would figure? Why is it that when they give an objection, why is it that when I solve their problem, well, they told me that they didn't have the money, I offer financing, they told me that I offered this. The reason they're stubborn is because human nature is to procrastinate. So the prospect knows that if they tell you the real reason that they're not buying, they know you're going to try to solve the problem. And that's a fact. I mean, 20 years of home improvements tells me that. You know, whatever reason, I mean, I'm at a point after 20 years that when I go to the door and I hear, how you doing, I'm Fred. I don't even believe their name is Fred. I'm going to find out that's their middle name or their nickname. I don't believe anything anybody tells me. Now, you got to, again, you don't want to do that belligerently, but you almost got to go in there knowing there's a buying wall up there. There's, you know, always going to be one. So, as a consumer, understanding their psychology, if I know that every time I bring up an objection, you're going to try to solve it, then I'm going to keep you as far away from the real reason I'm not buying as possible. I want to procrastinate. I want to think about it. I need to process all this information. I have to do my due diligence, all that kind of stuff. So, to avoid that trap, prospects will say just about anything to avoid or to protect the real reason that they're not buying. I call those retail objections. Okay? A retail objection. Why do we call it a retail objection? Because when you're going to buy a house or you're going to buy a car or whatever the case is, you guys have a retail price, the sticker price on a car. How many people here expect to pay the retail price when you go buy something? Nobody does. Why do they put the retail price out there? They want to, what is it?
Get all the bullshit out.
Absolutely. Qualify, get all the bullshit out, find out, you know, use that number from which to negotiate. Well, the same thing is said for a customer's retail objections. We qualify homeowners at retail. We use retail to find out what their deposit situation is, how they're going to pay for it. We want to get all the junk out of the way so that when we go to the close, we have smooth sailing. Well, a homeowner, even though it might be subliminal, they're doing the same thing. Homeowners are putting out retail objections, and to a degree, they're qualifying you to see if you qualify for their business. These are all the reasons that I'm not going to do it. These are all the reasons that I can't. And like I said, if they're giving them out and you're solving them one after the other, you're showing them that no matter what you say, I'm going to try to sell you these goddamn windows or the siding or the e-shield, and they give up.
The wall goes up and you're shooting bullets off in this car
Correct.
that you're not going to have later.
Correct. And just like that guy in a bar that drops a ridiculous line and goes home alone, you're walking out of a house, well, they're not buying windows. And that ego is something that's also dangerous. Number one is to restate the objection as you understand it. Now, this is very, very important because you know what? Context matters. And you're going to find, and I find it lots of times, that one person says something one way, it means one thing. Mm-hmm. Then you could say it another way and it means something entirely different. Now, how many times is it possible that the homeowner says something and means X, and you guys are answering the objection for Y, and again, that's another scenario, walking out without a sale, oh geez, well I offered them this and I offered them that, and they're just not buying, I wouldn't even bother rehashing it. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that goes on. So it's very important when you guys get an objection, and I'm talking not even in the close, I'm talking anywhere, at any point, you want to restate it the way you understand it. Because if you get it the way they understand it, it's going to totally change what your response is. The bottom line is when you restate the objection as you understand it, what you're doing is you're finding out exactly what they mean so that you know exactly how to respond, and you have to have the patience to be able to do that. We all know, for the most part, what homeowners are going to say. We all know the same objections or the same jokes. They're the same reasons not to buy. I use this as a specific example. I remember this was probably 1999. Hit me with, if we get together, this is what I can do for you, right? And I went over the discount. This is literally her response. All right, John, well, we can't do that till Friday. I proceeded to go on a 20-minute rant about why they were going to lose the discount if they didn't do it today. During that 20-minute rant, the homeowner said, with like a puzzled look, "John, if you can't wait till Friday for a check, then I don't think I want to do business with you." And I remember going, because I was like 22 years old, wait, so you're saying that you want to take the discount today, you just don't have the money? Yeah. I'm so sorry, guy. I mean, that's sometimes hard to recover. Maybe they would have gotten so PO they wouldn't have told me that, and you were this close to a freaking sale. So going back in time, so guys, when you say you can't do it until Friday, do you mean the deposit? Do you mean you want to hold off on the order altogether? Their answer would have been, no, I just can't write you a check until Friday. Oh. So what you're saying is you want to move forward with it. Okay, that makes sense. So restating the objection gives me puts me in a position where I'm seeing eye to eye with the homeowner, so that I'm not going off on a 20-minute rant about something that means something different. Okay? So along those lines, I restate it as I understand it. I'm going to say this right now. I don't know how often you guys do that, but it's amazing how many times homeowners go, no, John. What I'm saying is, it's amazing. This is good communication.